Hi Pisces, welcome to your weekly forecast. This is going to be for March 27th through April 2nd. It's a general reading for the collective, therefore, not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Oh, look, there you are on the deck. Not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Just take what does, leave what doesn't. Keep in mind, sometimes you might need a general reading, which this is a good week for that because I am having another sale. I'll let you all know at the end about that. But we're going to jump in here and see what messages are coming up for Pisces Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to move you all just a little bit closer. And the first card that's coming up here for the collective is the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. So Seven of Pentacles is a card of work, a card of labor. And it's a card that comes up to give us reassurance that everything is going well. You're doing a good job. You have a lot of good that you have put into the things that you're doing, and that this is a situation that requires you to just kind of relax and chill out, that things are not going to happen before the season or before the time. So in other words, you can't rush something by going into it with frantic energy. It's not like, okay, well, I'm just gonna really hustle and grind, and I'm just gonna put everything into this and push so I can hurry up and make it happen faster. And in this instance, Spirit is saying, look, you're doing a good job on what you're doing. Maybe you want to occupy your time with something else, get your mind off it for a little bit, and let those little seeds sprout and come up and bloom and blossom and, turn into that harvest. But if we're pushing something too much, we can run the risk of ruining it, right? If you're like, oh, I want this, these plants to hurry up and grow, and so I'm just going to water them a bunch, and if I give them a bunch of water, they're going to grow faster. That's not the case. You can overwater something and drown it out. And so Spirit is saying, like, just kind of relax and let time and physics and universe and spirit do its part. You're doing your part. You're doing excellent. Let the universe come in and do their part. So don't like, you might be tempted to be frantic about things, and this is saying try to avoid that frantic energy. I also feel here with the Seven of Pentacles like a literal sense from the card, like a literal energy, and in terms of like being outside. So maybe some of you are feeling like you're wanting some fresh air. Maybe some of you are feeling like you're wanting to spend time outside, but specifically with like plants and things. And if you can't be outside gardening or planting things, maybe you've been feeling a pull or a desire to have more plants or things like in your space. Maybe you've been thinking about, oh, I'd like to get some plants in here. I'd like to have like some crystals or like a little rock garden. And so I feel some of you Pisces are grounding in this way because intuitively, instinctually, you're coming into a time of manifestation, and so it's like you're getting nestled into your body. You're getting rooted, you're getting grounded, and you're feeling called towards the things that are grounding you. And I feel like some of you, you're feeling pulled towards like plants and rocks and like just in a very literal way, things of the earth. The next card that's coming up here for the Pisces collective is the Nine of Swords. So you're definitely in anxiety, my darlings, right? You're worried, you're freaking out, you want things to hurry up and happen now. It's understandable. It's human nature, right? We get scared, we get worried that if it's not happening now, then it's never going to happen. And the Nine of Swords is saying, even though your fears and worries are possible, even though you're worried about things that could actually happen, it doesn't mean that it's actually going to happen. Just because it's possible doesn't mean that it's going to happen in terms of your fears or worries. And so Nine of Swords comes up to tell us that this is a time that we have to kind of try to surrender this fear and this worry and stay in a place of faith, in a place of positivity. Because if we're putting out worry to this degree or this extent, we start to manifest our fears. instead of manifesting our happiness, instead of manifesting our joy. And so the best way to deal with the Nine of Swords energy, in my opinion, in my experience, is look at the fears that are coming up in your mind and say, okay, here's what I'm scared might go wrong. What are some steps that I could take to prevent this negative outcome? Like, what's in my power? How can I set myself up to succeed here and to keep these things from happening? First layer of protection right there. Second layer of protection is, what is a good plan B? What is a good backup plan in case, despite my best efforts, these fears come true anyway? How can I be prepared? What's my plan B? That's the second layer of protection. Your third layer of protection is taking this up in prayer. Dear God, universe, angels, guides, here's the things that I'm really worried might go wrong. Here's what I'm doing to keep it from happening. If there's anything else that I'm missing that I'm able to do, help me to see it, direct me to do it, guide me to it. And if it's in the best and highest good of all involved, please prevent these fears from coming true. But if for some reason they must come true, thank you for helping me and directing me to get through it, over it, as quickly and as painlessly as possible. And that is your third layer of protection. And when the Nine of Swords comes up, it's just basically saying, look, all you can do right now is do your best and surrender the rest. And do not underestimate the power of sleep and rest. Some of you maybe are experiencing insomnia, or you're staying up because you're like trying to get to everything. And when we're tired, it makes us really emotional, and it really messes with our chemical makeup, our hormones. And when we're in that energy, it's really hard to make good decisions, right? We're stressed out, we're freaked out, we're worried. Do not underestimate the calming and stabilizing power of sleep. So anything that you can do right now to kind of rest and get some sleep is going to go a really long way. Not just this week, but I feel in the next coming few weeks. A lot of you might be really putting a lot of pressure on yourself about finances, career, retirement, and Spirit is saying it's going to work out. It's going to be okay. Okay, you need to make time for this rest and this time for sleep, because otherwise your emotions are all over the place, and that can create a lot of stress. We have the wheel here, major arcana energy, coming into a new chapter, a defining time in our lives with the major arcana. And the wheel is very much a card about, the next cycle, the next phase. So the wheel is coming up here in this case, Pisces, to give you reassurance that everything is moving along, and that things are moving along in this sense for you in divine timing and in a divine way. It's happening. It's moving forward. Trust the flow, trust the process, trust the pace. Things are moving at the appropriate pace. Things are on schedule. You are not stuck. You are not blocked, and things are moving on here to the next phase. And so the wheel is very much a card of movement, coming into what's next in your life. What's next in your life is next in your life. That's never going to change. So you don't have to be scared or worried that you're going to miss it. You don't have to be scared or worried that you're not going to get to it. It's going to happen. When you're watching a movie, you don't sit there and get anxiety and say to yourself, oh my gosh, what if the movie suddenly shuts off and I don't get to see what happens? You watch it, right? You follow the plot, you follow as it goes along. It unfolds in front of you. You don't worry that it's just gonna all of a sudden cease and stop being, right? So what's coming next is coming next. It's in that flow. It's up ahead. You're not gonna miss it. You're not gonna miss it, right? So I feel in this sense the wheel is saying don't worry, things are moving along. The next card that's coming up here for the Pisces collective is the Emperor. This can be both Aries and Scorpio energies. The masculine, let's try to smooth out this lighting. The masculine element of Scorpio or Aries. So some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio or Aries that might be a very significant, there we go, I think that's better. That might be a very significant soulmate at this time. It doesn't have to be a romantic soulmate because we have all kinds of soulmates, but there could be a very masculine Scorpio or Aries coming in and being of help in this time for you. If you have Aries or Scorpio placements, there could be big changes and big shifts for you in those houses or those areas of your life, specifically in terms of structure, order, discipline, getting disciplined, getting structure, getting order in those areas of your life. Also, with the Emperor could be divine masculine energy. So some of you may be really stepping fully into your divine masculine energy. You may be calling divine masculine energy into your life and just having a sense of structure, foundation, like things being in order. So if you've been feeling like you've been flailing around, the good news here is things are moving forward and there's a sense of stability. There's a sense of like routine and schedule. And these are things that are going to go a long way. You might want to check out your other placements if you haven't already. There are links in description. There's links in the description that will take you to the other videos. Sometimes your other placements might resonate more than your sun sign. There's also a link in the description that will take you to the love readings if you want to watch those. And if you would like to schedule a private reading with me, I'm having a sale now through March 31st for the 30-minute readings, which the video readings, which are usually 50. I'm doing them for 25. There's also other readings available, so if you want to just check out in the description and see what looks good to you and click on the link, it will take you to my scheduling page, calendly.com/amethystangellite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Take care and be well, my darlings.